Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, says that the company's decision to sell most of its Bitcoin holdings is not a verdict on the virtual currency. Tesla has said that it sold about 75% of the Bitcoin it owned between April 1 and the end of June. According to Tesla's Q2 earnings report, the sales, which happened in the second quarter of the year, brought in $936 million in cash and were counted as a loss. Where can I buy Bitcoin? This is how it works. Hardware wallets for cryptocurrencies must have to safeguard your cryptocurrency. Bitcoin prices reached their all-time high of roughly $67,000 in November 2021, and by the end of June 2022, they were only worth about $20,000. Tesla announced in February 2021 that it has spent $1.5 billion buying Bitcoin to diversify its balance sheet and get the best returns. Then, just 2 months after starting to accept Bitcoin, Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, said in May that Tesla will stop taking Bitcoin for purchases. After Musk announced his choice via Twitter, the price of Bitcoin fell by more than 4%. On June 30, Tesla had $218 million in digital assets, net, compared to $1.2 billion in the 3 quarters before that and $1.3 billion in the quarter that ended on June 30, 2021. Although Musk stated during an earnings call that Tesla has not sold its Dogecoin, the majority of Tesla's remaining digital assets are likely Bitcoin. TechCrunch pointed out that although Musk claimed to personally own Dogecoin, Tesla has not yet made that claim. During a call with investors, a Tesla representative said, "We converted most of our Bitcoin assets to fiat currency for a realized gain, which was offset by impairment charges on the rest of our holdings, resulting in a net cost of $106 million to the P&L as part of the restructuring." Musk stepped in to make it clear that Tesla's decision to convert its Bitcoin assets was not a verdict on Bitcoin, but rather a move to strengthen its cash position in light of the uncertainty surrounding COVID-19 regulations in China, which affected its Shanghai Gigafactory. Musk says that the uncertainty of the COVID lockdowns in China made it very important for us to make the most of our cash. The reason we sold a bunch of our Bitcoin holdings was the ambiguity as to when the COVID lockdowns in China will lessen, he stated. So, this shouldn't be taken as a judgment on Bitcoin, especially since we're open to buying more coins in the future. We were worried about total liquidity because COVID had been shut down in China. And none of our Dogecoin has been sold. Tesla said that the total number of Model S, Model X, Model 3, and Model Y cars made in Q2 was 258,580. This is a 25% increase from the same time last year. There were a total of 254,695 deliveries, which is a 27% increase from the year before. But in Q2, production dropped by about 17% from the previous quarter and 55,000 fewer cars were made than in the previous quarter. Tesla said it was still having trouble making cars because of COVID shutdowns, problems with supplies all over the world, labor shortages, and logistics and other problems that made it hard to run its plants at full capacity all the time. Musk also answered questions about whether or not the company would lower prices after raising them by 10% across the board in June because of inflation. At the time, Electrek reported that the price hikes were due to inflation. In other words, maybe, but it depends on inflation, which Musk can't control. Musk said that Tesla needed to predict what the likely inflation rate is over that period, because it takes between 6 months and a year to get a product after an order is placed. We wouldn't have to raise the prices of our cars until or unless we see signs that the rate of inflation is going down. Car prices may go down a little bit, but this will depend mostly on inflation in the economy as a whole. Musk thinks that inflation will start to go down by the end of 2022, but he said that his prediction shouldn't be taken too seriously. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.